No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense is on the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around them, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Gibson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse.
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Noel Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
A little release to the back. Oh, he got loose. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Plenty of distance between them and the Stix here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the Stix. It's first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Looking to throw on first down. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. There's great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the Stix. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they can corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Working well behind the Stix on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mateer. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Gibson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Makes the grab, it's Gibson. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
To the air, it's Mateer. Got his man. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls in the deep ball. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harbor. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Caught near the sticks, it's Harbor. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position. There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Rushes on him. With the catch, it's Ott. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Sooners are flying down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Ott. Plows through the defense. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Huggins. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Gibson. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking downfield. Found a seam. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. they're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Trying play action. Fires to the right. It's complete. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Rolls it in. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Ott. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hold and finds his man on the left. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the grab. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him, too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
from the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. He's been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. Slips away. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
That is a big-time gamble, man. I was second-guessing the head coach deciding to go for that and not just kick the field goal in the last play of the first half, but he trusts the big fellas up front. They decide to run the ball. They get movement, and he plows his way in for a touchdown, and with it, take the lead on the final play of the first half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And these two defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the Stix.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And the Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
And that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Under fire. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, they make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. This time it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Direct snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, when you're running the power play as a running back, you've got to be patient and know that needs to hit up the middle. If you try to bounce it outside, you risk getting a tackle for loss, and that's what happened.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut the lead to 1, 28-27.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football, even if you're not breaking off 60-yard.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now on the return. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Under fire. Trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Huggins. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, This offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And he hadn't had a big day on the ground, but that was a carry they needed for this offense. They needed to extend this drive. Nice job on 3rd down, executing, running the football. Now they got to go a little bit faster, get down this field, and get a score on the board.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. There's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Gibson. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Yeah, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark, and you don't know how to control them. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Sellers. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The sure hands, it's Burks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Now the play fake. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes a grab, past the marker. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You've got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gibson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
To the air, it's Mateer. That's reeled in, it's Gibson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Good job running that route to get past the Stix because he got nothing after the catch.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking for the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment that I gotta have?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
A 2-tier job for this offense. First get the touchdown, then the 2 to try to pull even here in the 4th quarter. He's got it for the touchdown, and now they need the 2-point conversion.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Listen to this crowd. Absolutely going nuts, trying to will their defense to stop the 2. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been